Hey guys, I thought I'd do an update video where I'm at. I know I haven't been posting a whole lot of training videos at the moment, and that's more just because at the business end of the contest prep now, I'm really trying to focus on my workouts. And because I train here at the gym, we're in the office at the gym right now, but because I train here by myself, normally I walk around the gym with the tripod, so every exercise I move the tripod and set the camera up. And now with energy levels the way they are and really zoning in on my training, I like to be able to just have my workout, not set up the camera because it kind of just ruined the flow of my training and my workouts. So I thought it'd be better if I just do a relaxed sit down video like this. Only 2.5 weeks to go now until my pro debut, and I'm really happy with the way that my body's progressed. It's going to be a pretty awesome pro debut for me. I think a lot of people talk about placings, where I think I'm going to be in the mix, this, that. And to be honest with you guys, it's a debut. I look at it as anything that I've done in the past in my bodybuilding career. It's all stepping stones. I started from the bottom of different federation, worked my way up, and now I'm started from the bottom of IFBB amateur, got my pro card. So now I'm starting from the bottom again as a pro. So I think a win for me is just getting on stage and having everybody just see the changes that I made since last year, the progress that I've been able to make. So, and that's going to be the biggest thing that you guys are going to see. I've had, obviously my best friend Aaron is always helped me. He's always looking at me. He's coming early in the morning. He's coming late at night. We're really making sure that this pro debut is going to be something special for me. And I think anybody that knows me and has seen me compete is going to see a hell of a big difference from anything that I've ever brought. So that's super exciting for me. And another big aspect of turning pro and being a professional was learning how to pose properly. I know I've competed for many years. I've posed obviously quite a bit, but I still didn't have that polish to my posing, which all the pros are bringing when they're on stage. So professional athlete, everything comes under that banner. Everything has to be presented like a pro. Your posing, which is your stage presence, and then everything else that goes into getting ready for a show. So the posing has been a massive thing. I've had Johnny Barlis. A lot of you guys know him. He has really transformed my posing. So now I can, hold the poses. I've got posing fitness. I've been posing for almost an hour, a full hour every day since like 12 weeks out, which is something that I never ever would have done. I would be lucky to, just pose, have a look at how I look. But I was one of those typical bodybuilders that I always was like, oh, but the diet's so hard and this is hard and that's hard and I've got no time to pose. And then come the day of the show, I was just, my posing routines were always really put together backstage on the spot. And, it just doesn't cut it. It's not good enough. And especially now, if I'm going to be standing on stage with guys like Dexter Jackson, and like these are all veterans of the sport that have been doing it forever, I don't want to be that sore thumb that stands out and everyone says, fuck, what a letdown. What's he done? Kind of thing. I really wanted to step up and I really wanted to rise to the occasion, and I'm doing everything I can to do that. So I'm hoping that that's going to translate and present really well on stage. I'm putting a whole lot of work into it. Like I said, I'm just treating it now as being a professional. The ins and outs of bodybuilding, no stones unturned, not overlooking anything. I'm just got my blinkers on, doing what I do best with the training, now the posing, never missing meals and all that. You hear some people say how they never miss meals and blah, blah. And so you shouldn't. You don't have to tell people how strict you are to your diet. If you want to be good at bodybuilding, you don't have to, tell people how you never miss meals or whatever. That's just a given. You shouldn't be, missing meals. You shouldn't be skipping cardio. It's just goes hand in hand with wanting to be good or wanting to be a champion or wanting to improve. But I must admit, I have had a lot of people and a lot of messages about hype around pro debut and what the placings are going to be. And it's just not a motivating factor for me. Like it is what it is. It's going to be pro debut. I'm an unknown to all of those judges. So like I said, the main thing was me to nail my condition, bring trademark thickness that I brought, which is even better again this year. It's improved massively. And just have that stage presence. So that's hopefully going to be enough just to be able to get seen by the judges, by these judges that haven't seen me before, and just be on their radar. You know, I can't really ask for much more than that. I wouldn't say that there's politics, but there is, you know, there's stepping stones, and you do have to get your feet wet. You do have to get in the mix and then slowly work your way up. So, you know, anyone that messages me about, oh, you're going to be top 6 or you're going to be this, like, fuck, literally it doesn't excite me. It doesn't motivate me. I'm just happy to look my best, and wherever I fall into whatever placing, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm having an amazing time this prep. It's only literally these last couple of weeks you'll see me probably not post as much. It's not because I want to, you know, not share what I'm doing with you guys. It's more just get really focused on what I'm doing, and the energy levels definitely come down, you know, as you get lower. And I just can't be bothered really with some of the comments when people are saying, oh, you know, top 6 or this or that or whatever. You know, a lot of people just don't understand, and you know, that's why I don't really post a whole lot of photos either, because then you get all the people that want to comment on your physique and what you should be doing, or you're not ready, you're not this, not that. It's just, there's so many opinions from people that just serve absolutely no purpose to what I'm doing. It's literally me, Aaron, and Johnny Barlis that see my physique. We pose and we monitor what's going on, and that's it. You know, I don't expand my circle to any more than that, because I don't need, you know, all this different conflicting opinions from people. So I'm very, very lucky that I've got a couple really honest people in my corner. Even my Mrs. Stacey, like, even having her around, she's very honest. She's been around me. She sees how my physique changes. She can tell me when I'm flat. She can tell me when I'm watery. So between those 3 people, that's plenty for me. I think a lot of guys, a pitfall, and something that a lot of guys fall into, a trap, is listening. They'll go to the gym, then they strip off, and all of a sudden they're posing in front of 10, 15 people. And then of course you've got your experts that tell you to completely change and do a 180 on everything that you're doing with your diet, your cardio, this, that. They tell you you're still fat, or, you know, whatever. But it becomes such a distraction when everyone wants to just all of a sudden weigh in on how you're doing. So I like to just kind of isolate myself in that sense, because really the only time where any of this matters is on stage. How do you look? How you look in the gym 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, you might look like, you know, the Arnold Classic champion, Mr. Olympia, or whatever, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is when you're standing on stage for that 20 minutes or whatever it is that you're on stage, that's where you're judged. That's where you have to bring your best. And I know my physique. Sometimes when I'm in the gym, my physique doesn't look all that great. You know, I'm a guy that holds a little bit of water here and there. So people that don't know me could say that, oh shit, he's off. But then I know, you know, how my body changes. Everyone in my little camp knows how quick my body changes. So that's why you really have to just stick to your plan, and don't get persuaded, or don't, you know, give in to other people's bullshit feedback. As I said, some people can weigh in if you trust and respect their opinions. But if you're just stripping off in the middle of the gym in front of every meathead, and you're going to let them actually have any kind of influence on what you're doing on a contest prep, you are fucking crazy. Because everyone's got an opinion, and everyone likes different things, and everyone sees different things. So that's just one aspect of how I stay kind of sane on a contest prep. But with 2.5 weeks to go, not a whole lot changes now, to be honest with you. I just, where my body fat levels are, just slowly keep making keep progressing. I throw in a high carb day, then I'll do a few low carb days. So I'm just cycling the carbs, just keeping the body fat, you know, moving, but I'm not doing anything drastic. I think it's really important to do that, because if you're having to do drastic shit towards the end, then everything that you've done leading up, preparing all of those weeks was just, you just wasted time, or you weren't ready. You should be able to just cruise into the show, and really you should be pretty calm and relaxed, especially the last week. That should be where you're just focusing on your posing, and letting your body just kind of relax. You shouldn't be having to, pound cardio the last few days or the last week before a show, still trying to burn off body fat. The work, should be done by then. So I'm really happy with the steady progression that I've been making. And as I said, I'll go flat for a few days or whatever, and then I'll throw in some carbs again, fill up a little bit, and that's what I've been doing. It's not rocket science at all. I said less is always better with everything bodybuilding. A lot of people you hear do the most hardcore, crazy things, and there's just absolutely no need for it. I'm really relaxed and really stress-free at the moment, which is, how contest prep should be. I know you hear people say all the time that, you've got to go into this dark place, and you've got to imagine your kids when you're training. You've got to imagine your kids with someone with a knife to your kids, and all this and that, like all this shit that people say. But it's like, it shouldn't have to be like that. Like getting a contest prep shouldn't be so deep and dark, and getting in shape. Yeah, you might suffer a little bit, but I don't know, maybe a lot of these guys, I was a plumber before I got into all this. I've been outside in the sun digging drains and all that shit. Like, that's a lot fucking harder than, just going through a contest prep. So I don't know what people's idea and levels of suffering are, but, some people, when they get ready for a contest prep, it's like the end of the world. It's like, sure, it sucks to be on low calories. Brain function is probably the only thing where I struggle. So I'll be in and out of the factory a little bit, but I won't be like my dad's. My dad's taken on a little bit more of my workload because my brain just isn't functioning all that well on the lower carb days. I'm just in a bit of a daze. But you will see me at the Arnold Classic anyway. Obviously, I'll be on stage, but on the Sunday, I'm going to be on the Massive Joe's booth. So I'll be meeting everybody, just hanging out with all of the crew, which is always awesome. Massive Joe's has such a humongous following. And don't forget, you'll be able to get yourself these t-shirts, which are going to be the giveaways at the Arnold Classic weekend. And their apparel lately, I know I've been posting up bits and pieces, but really all of their t-shirts, I was actually going to wear a different one for this video, but I decided to keep this one on. But there's another TMJ with the long sleeves, so for a lot of bigger guys, it's super, super comfy. But it's just it's like every couple of weeks, I'm getting sent things. There's just more and more stuff coming out, and the quality is just amazing. So there's not really a whole lot more for me to share with you guys just yet. As I said, it's all pretty basic from here on out. It's more just monitoring and making sure that my body, that I can keep the size and just bring in the condition like I am. So I'm wrapped. I haven't actually been in a place like this where my body has looked the way that it is. So for the pro debut, I'm really, really excited for it and for you guys to see it. And I think I'm just more excited to see the pictures afterwards. If I do get to stand next to, the likes of a Dexter Jackson, to be able to see photos afterwards and just kind of see and gauge exactly where I'm at is really fucking exciting for me, because right now, I've got no idea. I don't know if I'm going to be way too small. I don't know if I'm not going to be conditioned enough. I don't know if I'm just not going to be good enough overall. But until I actually get up there and just bring my best, then I'll just know, like I said to you guys at the start, then I'll know what to work on. And that's what I've done every time that I've competed. I've never been a sore loser. I've never quit. I've always come back. Like since 2006, I competed almost 2 to 3 times every year. A lot of those shows didn't go my way. A lot of the times I didn't win. I traveled overseas, didn't place. But every time I just, got a little bit better. So there's not really any pressure on me for this pro debut. It's more just to see where I sit. Obviously, I'm going there. I still, in my mind, I go there to win any show that I do, because that just motivates me to just be my best. But however it goes, it goes. I think it's very important to be very confident in yourself, so that way that when I'm in the gym, everything is training for me and dieting and cardio to be my best. And we're in a sport that's based on people looking at us and, you know, judges judging us. So what does he like? What does she like? It really depends on that particular day. But all I have control of is how I'm going to look. And this is going to be the best package that I've ever brought. I think for me to be able to keep the size, come in crisp conditioning, this will definitely be the hardest that I've been on stage. So that in itself is really exciting for me, but I haven't had to lose any size to do that. It's just the whole off season leading up to this, the way that I was eating, all of those pizzas and extra calories and everything that I did, it worked, you know, phenomenally well. So I won't keep rambling on, guys, because my diet brain, I'm probably going to just repeat the same things over and over, but I really appreciate all the support from everyone that I've been getting. I can't wait to meet you all. There obviously is going to be the meet and greet for all the pro athletes. And then, as I said, after the show, I'll be on Sunday. I'll be on the Massive Joe's booth. I'll be in and out pretty much most of the day. So really excited. Thank you guys all again. Don't forget to subscribe to the Massive Joe's video, and I will see you all soon.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joe's YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.